I finally had enough of people telling me to make a YouTube channel. So that's exactly what I'm doing. What are we making a YouTube channel about? I think you guys can take a good guess. You're either watching this because you know me in person and you're supporting me, or you typed in chopper or motorcycle into the search bar of YouTube. This channel is brand new. I'm not good at making videos. I'm not good at many things, and talking is one of them. I'm horrible at that. However, I am good at arts and crafts and pertaining those arts and crafts to motorcycles. We're going to be going over sewing, leather work, making helmets with cheap paints, painting bikes with expensive paints, molding. I want to go over it all. However, I have a little disclaimer for you guys. I am not an expert. I don't have the proper way of doing things. I don't have the wrong way of doing things. That's the best thing about these bikes, is if you can do it and it works, you rock. So I don't want my comments filled with him doing it wrong and everything, because frankly, I don't really care. But I'm just trying to have some fun, and I want other people to have fun too, because nothing's better when people come into my garage, their eyes light up, and they're like, "You made this in your garage with those shitty tools?" Yes, I did. And I think a lot of people would like to learn how to do this, but they're too scared to start. And that's the hump I went over a few years ago, and it's really not that hard. You just gotta learn how to talk to the old timers that know how to do stuff, and then this is the outcome. You just gotta pass the knowledge down, and that's exactly what I'm gonna be trying to do with this YouTube channel. So without further ado, let's get into what you clicked on.
I'm sitting so low. What's next?
All right, we got it all set up to fab up the rear end. Got that big old wheel out of there. Now we don't have to worry about melting the tire and stuff when we're tacking on our little strut holders and welding them to the fender. Don't have to worry about that. This guy is pretty sturdy. I am hopeful that it will clear the tire when I'm done. And as you can see right here, we got a little bit more CAD going on. Oh baby. I know see-through bikes are cool, but I also like bikes that are stupid and molded. Ignore that, that's top secret. Don't even look at that. All right, obviously I need to get my angles a little bit better, trim a little bit more off this so it sits more flush to this. But however, my idea so far is working out beautifully. So it's starting to make a little bit more sense. This guy, he ain't gonna stay on there. Let's see if I can do this in one hand right now. And ta-da! All right. Fuck! Outstanding. Ow! All right. So, is this starting to make a little bit more sense? Oh, please stay. It doesn't want to stay. Okay. This little guy is going on this little guy. The threaded bit is going on the frame. And my whole idea behind this is usually when you see guys mount struts right here, put a bolt through here, that bolt shears right in half as soon as you put a fat bitch on the back. Every time, every time. So the idea here is that this bar is just cut off level at the base of this. Shoot. See it in there? It's not beautiful yet, but we'll get there. But that will just rest on the frame and the bolt will just hold it from popping out. Therefore, we have a lot less shearing going on. Hopefully this doesn't bow out or anything or do anything stupid, but better to over-engineer than under-engineer, I suppose. All right, I just tacked her on, scooched her back just a little bit so the strut itself is actually sitting on top of this plate instead of this rounded tubing. I would hope that would prevent the chance of a blowout out the side or something. Let's say I got something very heavy on the back. I don't want that to slide down the tube inward, you know? I don't think it would, but better safe than sorry. Of course, need to fix this up a little bit. But yeah, the idea is working, huh? Of course. Oh yeah, she's looking good. Before anybody weld shames me, this is a fucking chopper, not a Ferrari. A little bit of Bondo goes a long way. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna cover that shit up. It's fine. Who cares? Not me. So if you look right here, when I tack this on, I accidentally stuck the rod back. So I actually welded this to this. So these are the mistakes that I'm telling you about that happen all the freaking time. Now I'm gonna do a time lapse of me trying to fix it. Even more.
If it looks like I was doing a bunch of shit welding, that's because I was. But hey, I was filling major gaps down here. You gotta do what you gotta do. So, as you guys can see, we have some serious cleaning up to do, which is okay. We're going to mold this entire frame anyway. But also, this is made from scrap metal. The only thing that I bought for this was this little pre-made bung, and that's just because I don't own a lathe. But it's okay to have ugly MIG welds. As long as they penetrate and they hold, it's good. You are allowed to grind stuff off. Don't let people weld shame you. And don't weld shame people. That's bad. There's only one way to get better. Everybody starts off bad, unless you're a prodigy or something. But don't talk to me because you're a nerd. But anyways, I would grind this off tonight, but I'm already in trouble with my neighbors. They think I'm too loud for some reason. Stupid. I don't want to ruin their Netflix shows, so I think I'm gonna go inside now and do this tomorrow. Well, it's the morning. Time to clean this thing up. Alright, just like I said before, she kind of looks bad. It's okay. I'm telling you, as soon as we get some body filler and these little tiny weld marks and everything and smooth it all out, this is going to be one fluid motion. It's going to be sharp, I'm telling you this. It doesn't have to be perfect. Also, it is operating. It is operating exactly how I would want it to. Put a little leather washer in there to maybe knock down some of that vibration. Using a Allen head, same bolt on every single mount. It is nice to not carry an entire tool set with you in case something breaks. Try to make as many bolts the same as you can. Give her a little bit of a squeeze, not too much. I think that looks pretty sharp. As of right now, it's not really has any emphasis on it, but when I do paint it, I'm gonna completely scale this. This is something else I'm gonna go over. It's a paint scaler or a needle gun, a lot of people call it that. And what that does, you sharpen the actual needles on it, and it's gonna make little potholes all over this and make it look like it's cast or something. I'm just gonna paint this black most likely, and we'll have molded all crazy flake right here, and that's really gonna show the emphasis on the sculpting that went on right here. But, and now lucky me, I get to make a second identical one before I arch this over to the fender and attach everything. And what I'm really worried about, and I'm kind of noticing, hopefully I can take these bolts out, drop the fender, and I'm thinking I'm gonna have to rotate it to get it out. Because if I've made this at such an angle that I will unbolt these and the fender has nowhere to go, I'm gonna cry. That means I did all this for nothing. But I'll put it on camera so you guys know the pains of making a chopper sometimes. So. Just went ahead and did this side since you guys already saw how I did the other side. Figured you guys didn't see that. But there's one major difference. When I welded this bung on here, it got significantly hotter than this one. How do you know, Vincent? I'm happy you asked. This soon as I put the bolt in, it is now wedged in there because the heat contracted that bung and it's not the same size. So actually the same thing happened with these, and I had to fucking drill them out and retap them. Now hopefully I can get this bolt out without retapping it because this bung is not a through hole like this, and it will be a pain in the butt, and I don't feel like doing that. So you guys are going to see my true reaction when I inevitably mess this up. Ooh, lefty loosey, right? Ooh. Walk it back a little bit. Oh, it's dragging. Okay, I think we're in the clear. I felt it tightening, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna videotape this just in case it messes up, and you guys can see me go ape shit. Okay, I think we're good. Well, for all I know, I'm twisting the bolt is about to shear. Either way, it's gonna be hilarious. Motorcycle is should be. Ooh, that was it. That was it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, can you guys see that? Monkey. That's called Gorilla Grip. That's what that is. Well, screw it. You can always get another bolt. How on earth did I not feel that? That's why. God, I gotta stop working out. Oh. All right. I'm gonna go get my tap and die kit, VRB. Got my tap and die kit and a new bolt. Let's fix this. This shit happens all the time. At least it's not painted, right? And at least I'm not on the side of the road. And at least it's not raining. Things can always be worse. Take a deep breath. So, this tap and die kit, very useful. It's not an expensive one, but I do recommend you get yourself one if you want to do stuff like this. It has gotten me out of a lot of binds. And all these tools you see me using are not expensive. The worst is when you try to watch a tutorial on YouTube and they say, well, the first thing you do is you go over to your multi-$1,000 CNC machine. It's like, well, I don't have that, dude. Why do you think if I had that, then I wouldn't be watching your damn YouTube video? But I make all my bikes with hand tools. Just like in the good old days. You don't need a computer. Alright, bear with me. Yowza. You know where that leftover bolt is? Right in there. Let me show you something. That is a dental kit. I'm not a dentist. However, it is so useful. Oh my god. What chimp of a man did this? It was me. Oh. I hate the dentist. Hate it so much. I'm usually pretty tolerant to pain, except when it comes to my teeth. I'm just the biggest freaking baby in the world. Oh my god. Sheesh. Okay. I got some of it out. It's down there. I could get it out with a magnetic tip screwdriver. Sometimes my genius is sometimes frightening. That's something I do need, is a tiny magnet. Alright, alright. Ow! Holy. Ah! This is fucking frustrating. I'm gonna do a time lapse so I don't waste all your guys' time. Wow, that took a really long time, and it wasn't fun at all. You should probably learn from my mistakes and buy a tap and die kit, tap over your holes if you just welded a bung, so that doesn't happen to you. But it's all better now. Things can always be worse. I could have had to cut that bung off, but I didn't have to. You guys saw me kind of bore out that top part with a DeWalt drill. That's because I didn't snap the bolt off in it or anything. I actually sheared the threads off the bolt, and it molded with the threads in the bung. So I just had to bore it out. I wouldn't recommend doing that unless it's a last resort, because what that does is that's going to shorten your threads inside your bung, and it's not going to have as much friction to keep that bolt in. So little sketch, not really. It's fine. I'm not worried about it, but I'm just happy I get to move on. Now I'm going to work on the fender and attaching my struts to the fender right there. The fender is on, you can tell, because it's right here. Man, I'm getting excited. This is cool. This is gonna be one killer chopper, man. It's gonna be far out, and I couldn't be happier with my angles. I wanted this hole right here to be relatively the same size as this hole right here. Keep it all nice and balanced, and I think I achieved that, mostly by luck. Which, I mean, that's what all this is riding on anyway. But, as you can see, getting closer. Hopefully that is enough support. I mean, if you look right now, this fender is solid. This is a nice, I think it's 8th gauge. It's solid, it's nice. It is actually, this is a trailer fender that I took about 4 inches out of the middle, and I actually used that same metal to make these. So, keep all your straps, because you never know when you're gonna need it. But I think with these bolts right here, these bolts, these I'm just gonna weld on here, make it one piece, and I'm gonna have another one down here. I don't think that's going anywhere. I mean, also really, who's gonna ride on the back of this with me? I don't even know if I want to ride this thing, let alone have a passenger. But I'm getting excited. It's starting to look cool, and it just makes me want to work on it more. This is what this is about. As you can see, I went ahead and just straightened these supports out, because that little bend that I had in there originally was when they were supposed to be back here, and just wasn't going to work with how I moved them up forward. So they're straightened out now, and also I think that's going to help me with how I'm actually going to just attach these on it and make sure everything's straight. I'm using everything as its own jig as I'm building it. Take that sentence and decipher it as you will. And some of you are asking probably why I cut these little grooves in it. Main reason, it's cool, and you'll see later. I'm going to mold this frame. I have mentioned multiple times. If you don't know what molding a chopper frame is, as my gift to you for watching my first YouTube video, I am gifting you one free Google search. You can look that up. It is a very vintage style, not very ideal if you want to constantly grind and work on your bike because everything will be one piece. What I am going to do now is I am going to test fit my tire before those welds or anything more just in the pack that is easy to remove. I highly suggest, if you're doing this yourself, to test fit as many times as possible. Ask me how I know this and why. Remove this. Oh, okay. Put this guy up here. That's weird. Bizarre. There's muscle that fits in there. Damn it. Why do these things happen to me? Okay, we are all good. I believe this will fit now. I see a head. Oh my God, it's a boy. All right. Whoa, looks promising. Oh, the bike's sitting a little low, and now I'm hitting something. Wheel chop again. But yes, it appears that we have enough room because I'm not worried about the side-to-side motions per se. I'm worried about the up-to-down clearance. And it looks to me, I'm no expert. What the fuck is that? Oh, that's tape. It's freaking tape. Yeah. Who put tape in there? I did. I put tape in there. There it is. Oh, the wheel's also all the way forward. How about we fix that? That's rubbing the wheel chalk, by the way. Yeah, maybe I should put all the spacers in. Psych, that's a pain in the butt. Yeah, that clears. Isn't that a beauty? Look at that nonsense. So, I also had some people asking, what kind of tire is this? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is a Coker Classic. Made for a Ford Model A, I believe, car. It has turned this 16-inch Harley rim into a 29-inch wheel. It is a tubed tire, which I personally would not recommend because if that tube goes, you're donezo. And here's the stem, and I put a little rubber grommet. Had to bore out the rim itself, put a rubber grommet on it so it doesn't cut the stem. Ask me how I know how to do that. It's because I messed it up, but yeah. Time to pull her back off and keep welding, I suppose. Oh yeah. So it's nice and sturdy, and it works. You're going to see if this guy actually can come off, because this will be the first time I'm trying to remove it while it has more than 2 attachment points. And I can already tell you what's going to happen. Remember how I used the clamp to get these guys at the right angle to actually weld it to the fender? It's either to go boing, or I don't know. Either way, these are going to go back to where they were. It's a tight fit right now. So hopefully taking it on and off a few times will fix that, if it comes off. Let's see. If for whatever reason I made these at angles that it won't come out, it's no big deal. However, I will be fixing these and not these, for obvious reasons. Alrighty. Oh, they're tight. They're tight, boys and girls. Uh-oh. And my leather washers went everywhere. Let me get my rubber mallet, because I will always have one of these on me. Don't copyright me. Oh no. That's